and welcome to the Bot Box. Before this episode begins, I'd like to address something I managed to miss from last week's episode. Anarchy, quite deservingly, won the Best Engineered Award and is to date the last robot to have won the award. After Series 6, there were no more awards. That's for Anarchy winning Series 6 Best Engineered. Anyway, in 2 days' time, I will be celebrating the second anniversary of the Bot Box, but as this is the nearest Monday, we're celebrating the second anniversary today. This warrants celebrating one of these lovely party poppers. Now, I'm going to have to address why I'm wearing these clothes, and why the microphone won't fit on them. Well, it's simple. When a team elect to wear suits to Robot Wars, I will do the same when talking about their robot. Yes, today we are talking about Sir Chromalot. Sir Chromalot was made from a lorry wheel hub and was originally meant to have a spinning blade, but due to a variety of issues, it did not end up being included. So its weapon going into Series D was a cobalt-tipped spike. Its first opponent was an Xbox that looked like a tortoise, called Shellshock. Sir Chromalot made quite the entrance in the back of a fancy car with some dry ice, and boasts that Sir Chromalot would make mincemeat of everyone. Shellshock made the winning start of driving into a wall. Sir Chromalot caught it and shoved it towards Sergeant Bash, stuck on some spikes in the corner. And it got free. Shellshock, that is. But Sir Chromalot chased Shellshock right into the wall closest to the pit of oblivion. It didn't move from there, so Sir Chromalot shoved the Axebot into Matilda's corner. Matilda promptly shoved the Axebot away from Doom. So Sir Chromalot shoved Shellshock into Sir Killalot, who picked the Axebot up and twirled it around. Shellshock landed on its wheels, and Sir Chromalot ended up teaming up with Sir Killalot to give the robotic tortoise a hard time. Eventually, Sir Chromalot pushed Shellshock towards the pits, only to randomly stop, allowing Shellshock to wriggle free. So all this shh sounds. Enter the magic smoke coming out of Sir Chromalot. But they weren't dead. Before they could be deemed immobile, Sir Killalot moved, but Matilda and Sir Killalot ganged up on it and pitted it. Sir Chromalot's team laughed at this. However, the judges were not happy and deemed Sir Chromalot to have been illegally pitted, and they got the win. So that put them around to face fellow newcomers in the form of Big Brother, armed with a wedge and a Morning Star mace. It was at this point when the Hubnut's theme tune and War Dance were seen. You have to admit they have style, but war dances do not give you style points with the judges. Sir Chromalot had the fast start and tried to attack, but Big Brother just pushed them away. Sir Chromalot wisely went for the sides and back of Big Brother, eventually getting Big Brother into Shunt's corner, where Big Brother got axed for getting out of there and driving into dead metal before attacking Sir Chromalot. The wedge shape of Big Brother caused Sir Chromalot to be turned upside down. Big Brother caused Sir Chromalot to therefore be immobile. Big Brother then followed that up by driving into Dead Metal. They escaped to do a victory dance whilst Dead Metal and Shunt did their worst. So Dead Metal legally pitted Sir Chromalot and they were out. The Hubs Nuts took this loss very well. But in fact they got nominated for a Sportsmanship Award that year. They lost out to theatrical. So to Series 4 and enter a Sir Chromalot for a new millennium. It had a shiny self-writing tower and a shiny seed number next to its name. It was seeded 27th. Sir Chromalot itself was already very shiny. Oh, and it also had a little drill that wasn't quite so shiny. They said it was better than Sir Kilowat's drill. It found a home in Heat M and drew Flipper Reactor and Scorpion lookalike and Chainsaw Wielder Scorpion. This time, Sir Chromalot arrived in a lorry with a dance troupe. Sir Chromalot immediately went for Scorpion head on, not always the brightest move with a chainsaw wielding rod. Reactor then made an appearance but did not attack. So Sir Chromalot pushed Scorpion around, partially because the two were locked in unholy robot matrimony. Sir Chromalot got free and proceeded to push Scorpion again. Reactor, however, alternated between pushing Scorpion and the 27th seed. Sir Chromalot got free, leaving Reactor to push Scorpion across the arena, but caught up enough to give the Flipbot a wee bit of assistance, tipping Scorpion over. Well, actually, Sir Chromalot poked Reactor's wheel, and Reactor got stuck on an arena wall spike. Well, actually, it actually did get free. It was Scorpion the House Robots went to town on, though. Sir Chromalot stayed out of the way, just as well, since Scorpion's sting came off and Sergeant Bash set it on fire. So Sir Chromalot went through. It was then revealed that Sir Chromalot had put a hole in Scorpion's wheel. Next up was the Steel Avenger, another shiny robot with an axe. But first, there was another dance, this time done by the dance troupe. So, given that there is a lot of shininess, precautions have to be taken, namely sunglasses. Yes, I know I look like a member of the Men in Black. The Steel Avenger was first to attack, giving Sir Chromalot a quick shove before pushing Sir Chromalot into an arena wall spike. Unlike some robots I could name, Sir Chromalot did not get stuck, so it got free. So the Steel Avenger tried to axe them and chase the 27th seed around the arena. However, the Steel Avenger could not hit Sir Chromalot with its axe at all. That is, until it backed off, regrouped, and managed to hit Sir Chromalot with the axe. Meanwhile, the pit got opened. So Steel Avenger pushed Sir Chromalot to the pit, and it became clear that Sir Chromalot's drill was bent. And the robot was dead due to a loss of power. Sir Chromalot then got pitted and got sent out. The dance troupe did provide a guard of honour though. They got nominated for the Sportsmanship Award again, but once more lost to theatre. So now we must discuss the celebrity special at the end of Series 4. For this, Sir Chromalot was paired with Shane Lynch from Boyzone. By the way, this is not going to contain Boyzone song references, because I can't remember any of their songs. Anyway, first of them was Disco Inferno, who teamed up with Five. Sorry, I can't provide any Five song references either. Anyway, this time Sir Chromalot had brought furry dice and a shiny cape, back with the sunglasses. Five quickly learnt that robot driving is way harder than it looks, managing to drive into a wall twice and Sir Chromalot once. And yes, driving a robot is tricky. I drive Waffle Iron, and my driving has lost me fights. I'm practicing though. Sir Chromalot then got stuck on a flame pit. This caused the shiny cape to burn off. I think it's safe to take the shades off. Fortunately, Sir Chromalot got free, and Disco Inferno got a technical issue, got flung by the floor flipper, landed on Sir Chromalot, got twirled by Sir Chromalot, and then pitted. So next was the pyramid-shaped pussycat with its spinning blade, which had managed to pick up not one but two EastEnders cast members, Adam Woodyat and Natalie Cassidy, Sonia Fowler and Ian Beale respectively. Sir Chromalot managed to get a shove in, but Pussycat's weapon was now working. So whenever Pussycat hit Sir Chromalot, bits came off. The shiny cape was fine though, which reminds me. Pussycat ended up on all four wheels, which was Adam Woodyat's cue to hand the controls over to Pussycat's regular driver, David Gribble. Pussycat promptly shoved Sir Chromalot on the flame pit, where it got stuck again. Matilda freed them, but they were gone, and Shane Lynch knew it. So the house robots played pass the parcel with Sir Chromalot, ultimately ending with Sir Chromalot picking up Sir Chromalot and putting it on the floor flipper, from whence it flew. Sir Chromalot dropped Sir Chromalot in the newly opened pit. Now let's discuss Robot Wars Extreme. Sir Chromalot now had a lifting arm and a new team member, Ray Tate, who had previously made Axbot Centurion. Sir Chromalot's first fight was a vengeance battle against the Crusherbot, namely Plunderbird 5. This was to decide who was Robot Wars' greatest showman. And of course, such a behemoth battle gets the billing of a main event. Yes, I know it's a behemoth battle that doesn't contain behemoth, just roll with it. And there was trash talk. At the start of their episode, the Hubnuts had not yet shown up to the party. After one fight, they did show up. Cue their theme tune, a fancy car, an escort, a walking escort, and a trash-talking welcome from the International Wreck Crew. So, the Hubnuts team captain, Steve Merrill, clicked his fingers, and along came the dance troupe. Cue more trash-talking. For the uninitiated, welcome to Robot Wars Extreme! Trash-talking is normal. Let's get to the fight. It took a while for either robot to attack. Sir Chromalot, Mr. Flip, and Plunderbird 5 managed to shove Sir Chromalot. Eventually, Sir Chromalot managed to lift Plunderbird 5 before arguing with Sergeant Bash, so Plunderbird 5 struggled to get free, and the pit opened. Sir Plunderbird 5 tried to shove Sir Chromalot into the pit, only for Sir Chromalot to get free and Plunderbird 5 to go in. Cue a big yes from Steve Merrill. I think we have a winner for the Big Yes Award for Robot Wars Extreme. Let's go to Tag Team Terror. Sir Chromalot had teamed up with the mandible-wielding Napalm. They were facing Suicidal Tendencies, a Crusher, and the Steel Avenger, the aforementioned Axbot. Steve Merrill did a lot of trash talking. Napalm and the Steel Avenger were first to fight, and Napalm got axed a lot. It was pretty much dead on arrival. So it got shoved into walls, Suicidal Tendencies got tagged, so it came out and put holes in Napalm. A side of Napalm came off before the house robots ganged up on it. Ultimately, Sir Chromalot dropped Napalm out of the arena. So that meant Sir Chromalot could now fight as it was on its own. Ultimately, it ended up being ganged up on by Steel Avenger and suicidal tendencies. It got a lift on the Steel Avenger, but suicidal tendencies attacked and the three got close to Sir Chromalot. Sir Chromalot got free, leading to suicidal tendencies attacking the Steel Avenger, its own teammate, and Sir Chromalot opened the pit and Sir Chromalot in. So that was Sir Chromalot out of the tag team. So now it's time for Series 5. Sir Chromalot was in Heat D once more. This time they drew lifter bot Rohog. Sir Chromalot made the winning start of losing a tiny bit of the robot right at the start and getting shoved by the newcomers that were Rohog. Rohog then drove into a wall. It got stuck there. The flame pit was nearby. The magic smoke made an appearance. Rohog got counted out. Sir Chromalot freed them, but by then it was too late. Rohog were dead. Matilda hit Rohog with the free eye wheel. Sir Chromalot got a lift in, and the house robots did their absolute worst. Rohog flew air floor flipper twice and had its armour pretty much removed by Matilda. So, Sir Chromalot, not Rohog obviously, went through to face front hinge flipper and 7th seeds Firestorm 3. Cue Jonathan Pierce, normally the bringer of snark, getting snarked at. This is new. Firestorm 3 flipped Sir Chromalot at once, and now without the self-righting tower, Sir Chromalot could not self-right. Firestorm 3 then took them to Sergeant Bash's corner, where the robotic knight got a toasting and counted out. So along came Sergeant Bash, who sent Sir Chromalot to the floor flipper. The pit got opened and Sir Chromalot got put in the hole in the floor. As usual, they took it well. So next for Sir Chromalot was, of course, Series 6, where they ended up in Heat D again. They arrived in a fancy car and were greeted by jackets. And of course it was in the aftermath of Chaos 2's upset. Will they be the robot to take advantage of it? You gotta win the heat to do that. On entering the arena, they drove into Shunt and got followed by the house robot for a little bit. Steve asked Philippa for her choice of jacket ahead of the fight. Ray, seeing the cow print jacket that was chosen, shook his head. Sir Chromalot's weakness was now Jonathan Pierce. They do flip a GBH2, vertical spin of the alien, and Axebot ICU. When Sir Chromalot entered the battle, eventually it flipped the alien over. The alien self-righted and used ICU to open the pit. When Sir Chromalot then got flipped by GBH2, but this time they could self-right. So they did. They flipped GBH2 and ICU after that. GBH2 could self-right. ICU could not. So was them out. The alien entered into a pushing war with Sir Chromalot, which ended with GBH2 flipping them over. Sir Chromalot took a while to self-right, but it did so just in time. Sir Chromalot then got ganged up on by the alien and GBH2 and got turned over, whilst a ICU was being pitted. As time ran out, it was struggling to self-right, so the judges got called in. They ruled in favour of the alien and Sir Chromalot. Next up for Sir Chromalot was another seed. 7th seeds, S3, a vertical spinner. So Sir Chromalot went for the pit release tyre early and elected to hover close to the pit in a bid to lure S3 over, and into the pit to cause an upset of their own. S3 did come over, but this time it was to attack Sir Chromalot and turn it over. Sir Chromalot self-righted, so it got turned over and nearly lured S3 into oblivion. Eventually, S3 turned Sir Chromalot over again, only to get back on its wheels with S3's help. Self-righting was a problem. It then died and got counted out. It flew air floor flipper before being pitted by and with dead metal. So next was the Extreme 2 Challenge Belt. In round 1, it faced Flipper Dan Tom Kier, Smitsy's horizontal spinner, and the spiral patterned horizontal flywheel of Hypnodisc. Wait. I know this fight. This is gonna suck. They were introduced to Sir Chromalot. Great start. Sir Chromalot stayed out of the way, which is wise when Hypnodisc is in the arena. Dan Tomkier then took Hypnodisc to a corner, got the triple finalists stuck on a wall, and flipped them out the ring. The pit was opened, and Dan Tomkier finally elected to flip Sir Chromalot over Smitsy, so the lifter landed on its wheels. But they were now barely moving. Once Dan Tomkier flipped them again, they could not self-right. So along came Matilda, who sent them out the arena. A new Sir Chromalot was actually built for Series 7, a box robot with a spinner, which got destroyed in the qualifiers by a robot that had improved a lot since meeting Sir Chromalot. Scorpion. Steve Merrill remained involved with combat robots, being involved with charity events until he sadly passed away in 2011, which is a real shame. Sir Chromalot was never competitive, but it did bring theatre to the war zone, and I appreciate that. They were good sports as well. Win or lose. Godspeed, Steve. So, question is, who's next? I have the answer to that question right here. And it's a robot with a long name. Hoodath the Bad. Until next time, Callison244 out.